Hello everyone, my name is Miguel Ordóñez. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Today the topic will be how to archive a tag in WinCC Explorer and also how to display its behavior in a trend control.
To start, I will open Thematic WinCC Explorer. As I open WinCC Explorer, remember that this program opens the last project in which you were working. In the previous video, we already played the runtime and show how the dynamic behavior of the graphic systems can represent the process. Now we're going to tag logging because we want to record the data of a variable. We double click tag logging editor so that this is gonna open the tag logging editor. In timers, we can create our own timer. For example, here, timers, I put a new one, which I will call 2 seconds, which will have a time factor, for example, of 1 second, and a time base, of 1 second, and a time factor of 2, resulting in obviously a 2 second cycle. Now, if I go to archives, I can go to process value archives and compressed archives. Here I will add a new archive name. I will call this my archive. So now I can open my archive and here look for a process tag. I will go and select the only process tag that we are using, which is the internal tag in my group tank level. After you select which process tag are you gonna use, you can also set the settings of this tag. For example, the tag type, the tag name, the archive name, and also here you can select which is gonna be the archiving or and display cycle, which I'm gonna choose 2 seconds. Perfect. With this, we have already created the archive. But as we want to be able to look for this as I was telling you, I want to be able to look in a graphic representation. I need to set the graphic designer main screen and look for a graphic representation, which is going to be the trend view. So I select from the controls, not from the standard, but from the controls, the WinCC Online Trend Control. I come here, and here I can put the settings of this trend. For example, I'll go and select the tag name, which is going to be in my archive, tank level. I can also here set the thresholds for the axis. For example, if I go for the value axis, I can leave it automatic. Sorry, I can leave the value range automatic, or here change it to 0 to 100. I also, if I go to trends, I can select the trend color. For example, let us use a red one so it's easier to see. I click on apply, then on accept. I increase this to a size in which is going to be like more or less appreciated, and this should be all. I save my PDL, my picture, and try to play this. Also, remember that in the previous video I showed you in the computer configuration that we checked the tag logging runtime features of WinCC Explorer. If I don't do this, there is no way in which the tags are gonna be logged and recorded for the project. Okay, I also forgot to set this, the start picture not found. Again, this is gonna ask me for the main screen to be selected. I click OK, and now you can see it has 0 because I have no value here and I need to simulate again. I press the Windows button, then I can go directly by all programs, or I can write here the name of the program that I'm gonna use. The app is called Tag Simulator, WinCC Tag Simulator. So I click this, I go to edit, I set a new tag, I select tank level, again I go from an increasing one, up 0 to 100, I set it active, go to a list of tag and start the simulation. So now you can see that not only it has the graphic representation of the blue bar, not only the decimal representation of the I/O field, but it also has the graphic representation of the WinCC Online Trend Control. This is such an important tool. In industry, you use this a lot because the most explicit representation it becomes also more useful for the operator.
I hope you enjoyed the video, but mostly that it has been useful for you. Please don't forget to share, subscribe and like the video. If you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section down below. For today it has been all. Bye bye!